So creativity hack number 4 is to imagine your mind is a bit like an octopus in a washing machine. Obviously that wouldn't be very nice for the octopus, but it's just thinking that there's a lot of information that's going to go into that mind in terms of creative inspirations, what you're interacting with, what's inspiring you, what you don't like. There's going in there. And the octopus analogy is a bit like the fact that there are many legs. There are many different sort of connections and different ways that our brain can sort of mesh that all together. And so one of the things from some of the training that I've had in creativity is that we need time to mull. So in a washing machine that they have sort of big wash cycles, and then there's moments where it's just sitting. And it's really, really important for creativity to have those moments where our mind is just sitting, and that we have an opportunity to reflect and notice and let it mull. So I use the word a lot, mull. So anybody that works with me will hear me say that quite a lot. Let me go away and mull that over. And sometimes that mulling might be consciously sitting and mulling, but more often than not it's just almost mentally going and parking it in the back of my mind. So that in the back of my mind I was inspired by a particular field that's left to go a bit like a wildflower orchard, in an orchard, and in the summer, and I walk through it regularly, and I've been through it 2 summers now, and there's lots of yellows and pinks and textures, and it's really inspiring me. And I've got to the point where I've sort of been mulling, so this has been in the back of my mind for a couple of years now. So it's not gone away, it's still there, and it's mulling and it's agitating. And this is one of my longer ones. Normally it's nowhere near as long as this, but there's something that I haven't quite found, something that I want to include into the painting. And I know there's something missing, but I don't know what it is. So it's leaving our mind that opportunity to find those gaps. So a couple of creativity techniques is build mulling time in, and park your ideas and your creativity and go and do something else. But also, to a bit like that washing machine thing, is to find times where our mind is just sort of agitating, but it's doing something, but it's not doing anything particularly powerful or thought-inducing. So we are doing something, so it might be going and taking yourself for a walk. It might be having a shower. I mean, Alan talks about the fact that he always got his best ideas in the shower. He used to regularly go and have lots of showers when he was writing books. But finding ways and letting your mind and trusting your mind to pop that idea back. And it may be just going and sleeping on something. So I quite often will, even though I might think I know the idea, or make a decision, is deliberately build in a sleep time. And almost sort of give yourself, your mind, that intention that I'll come up with some idea tomorrow. The other surprising one that I quite often find that I get creative ideas coming through from what's popped into my brain is through my mindfulness meditation sessions. And I don't do pure mindfulness, which is focused on breathing. I might do loving kindness meditations, or I might just do open space meditations, just sitting with where I'm at the moment. So just finding time to create some mulling. And if you want to have that sort of mutual mulling with somebody, supervision is also a really great way of creating that space to reflect and notice things and notice connections. The other thing is that our mind naturally creates these sort of random connections. So by getting ourselves out of routine and doing different things that are completely opposite, helps us to spark those unusual links and unusual ideas that will help us together. So quite a few different hacks in there of different things. So what might you do to create a bit more mulling space in your life to allow for some of those creative ideas and thoughts to germinate?